You know, Peter in chapter 2, 2 Peter chapter 2, talking about Lot, who was vexed with the filthy conduct and conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knows how to deliver the ungodly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. In this self-willed, he's talking about the same thing Paul is talking about in Titus 3:10 and 11. You know, a heretic, which is the Greek word itself, just talking about someone who the main definition of that word is to choose, someone who's self-willed. He says, no such a one to turn away, knowing that he who is such continues to sin, being self-condemned. This same thing here, he says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not a railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not. They shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it a pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices. Cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bezor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass, speaking with a man's voice, forbade the madness of the prophet. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried about with a tempest, whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness. Those that were clean escape from them who live in error. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servant of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, the same is brought into bondage. And this is the same thing Paul is talking about in Romans 6, when he says, do you not know to whom you yield yourself servants to obey? His servants you are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. Unless the body we sow was put to death through the faith of Jesus Christ, we shall die.